Okay. Notice how quiet it is before I hit the colour button. Yeah. Let's see what zoom we're going to give it. So we're going 400 for the vertical. And for the horizontal, we're going to make it, I think, 200. So this will be an interesting one to see if we can make this one come up a treat. I don't know how it's going to work with those kinds of enlargements, but anyway, I think a background colour, the happy colour yellow, is going to be added to this to make it even more colourful. Okay, contrast. Okay. See if we can make this one come up a treat. This mundane thing, product. Okay. We don't have to go deet. We can just go deet like that. We hit the scale just like that instead of the buttons. Interesting. I don't know if the Konica Minolta manual shows that. Probably not. I don't know. Never bothered reading it. Not this manual anyway. Anyway, what do we got? McLean's Mild Mint. Yep, another thing that I got. Another commercial product. We're going to try and make it look more interesting. I'm thinking maybe 200's a bit big for the horizontal, so we're just going to go... Oh, it didn't beep. That's really odd. So we're going to make it maybe 170. Going to go 170. Maybe 400 is a bit too big. So we're going to hit it to 380. So see how that goes with our piece that we're going to work with. So I'm going to try and make this look really interesting for an everyday product. Stabilising image, please wait. Typical Konica Minolta. Here we go, out it comes. Let's see if it looks any good. It looks interesting, but it didn't come up as I wanted it to. I've lost a lot of that, and we still got, yeah, it looks shit. We're going to do a better one, hopefully. I'm wondering how we're going to make this look good. How are we going to make this look a treat? We're going to try and move it around somehow to make it look more interesting. This is a tricky one. Okay. That was a little bit awkward. See if that looks any good. That looks a lot better. It's scrambled, but the scrambled look is not too bad. The background colour hasn't made any bo peep. I can't see the background colour, which is a pity. So I'm wondering, what are we going to do with this? I'm trying to think what's going to be the centre of our job. Maybe that's going to be the centre. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know whether to make another version of it again. Maybe we can drop the... How are we going to drop it? What are we going to do with this? Going to make this one 360 for the vertical, and for the horizontal we're going to make it 150. Going to make these values a fair amount smaller. So we're just going to take our McLean's and put it upside down and try that again. See if we can make it look really nice. That other one looked scrambled, but it still didn't have the look that I wanted. I'm really disappointed that the background colour didn't show up on our copy, unfortunately, for some reason. Anyway, that looks in some ways better. I'm wondering. I do think that bit looks quite nice. Trying to think if it's worth it, if it's going to look any good. If we're going to just stick with this one and maybe make it into something more interesting. It's still not quite the way I want it. So now I'm just going to put this aside. It's not going, of course it's not going to the recycle pile. I'm disappointed the yellow didn't turn up. Didn't turn up in the image. So the yellow didn't work. We're just going to switch this to 100. This is not the greatest either. It's probably not the greatest thing to demo with. So I'm wondering if maybe we could do a little bit of something interesting. If we can maybe enhance this image by turning it negative positive. And maybe we can leave on the yellow. The yellow might... maybe not the yellow. Will it be yellow? Any of these colours? That'll look probably a yellow, so that's no good. So I'm just wondering what colour to give this. We're just going to switch it off. We're going to turn it off. Unless we can give these background areas a little bit more colour. Well, they will become background once I've reversed it. So I'm wondering if we're going to make it cyan. We're going to make it cyan or blue. Blue might be a better one. I'm just trying to decide. We're going to go with the blue. And what else are we going to do with this silly shit? And we're going here. Going to leave it like that. We're going to take this and we're going to drop it in the middle. And the hue, we'll leave that for now. So let's see if we can make this one come off tree. Or we're going to have to apply an enlargement. An enlargement, we're going to have to enlarge it, blow it up a bit, because it's going to create borders if I just put this on the glass in negative positive mode. So I've got to do a slight overlap and an enlargement to compensate for the overlap. So we're going to go and we're going to just simply make it 104 this way and 104 that way. Right. And there might be something else we can use, such as background. We're going to leave that for a change. Right, let's see how we go. Okay, finish and then start. Let's see how we go. Demo's already prolongated. It's starting to. So let's see how we go. Well, that looks a lot better than the original. It looks interesting. I'm wondering if the blue's any good. But I'm just wondering. But if we didn't have the blue, we'd have all these white areas, and these white areas wouldn't look all that great. So I'm wondering if maybe that's going to be the centre because of this. But then you could say that looks good. So I'm wondering, it's a tough choice, trying to work it out. So I'm wondering which is going to be the centre. I think that could be the centre. So we're just going to print off another one. So okay, that's our second one. So we're just going to put that in the corner like so. We've already got curling occurring on the first print as usual. It's usual what happens with this. So let's see. Now we're just going to print off another two. Just going to send it over here and we're going to hit mirror image, switch it on. And then, yeah, here we go. Okay. Okay. Right, so let's see how that looks. So that curly bit does look quite interesting. McLean's. Remember when I was a kid, and I was learning to read. My mum, one of the things I was told to read and pronounce was McLean's, believe it or not. It's not a word, it's a brand name, and my parents were still teaching me fucking brand names. Well, at least McLean's. I remember learning, I think, the word Dettol. I don't actually remember being taught the word Dettol, but I remember McLean's. I used to associate Dettol with stinginess, because when I got hurt, my parents used to put Dettol on my wounds, and it fucking stung. And as a kid, you just can't tolerate pain that much. So basically, I remember my mum teaching me McLean's, believe it or not. Of all fucking words, a fucking trade name, McLean's? Oh well, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Gotta go.